Hmm. Hello everybody, welcome back. And here we are, and we will be working on the same project, Google Meet again, on a daily basis. We will be giving it 2 hours, and hopefully this way it's gonna be done really quick. Almost it is already done. Most of the things are gonna be covered today, and a few things are gonna be remaining. So let's see how it's gonna be going on. First of all, let me connect 10.1 it's 0.59. Stop it. Start it again. Start this one as well. Now this is fine. Yeah, so what I was talking about, first of all let me even check the status of the live and then I'll continue. Okay, this is fine. Content live. I hope I'm logged in right now. No, I'm not a problem, because we will not be working with AWS right now, so that's excusable. Alrighty, this thing is done and this thing is done. One more thing, am I audible? Alrighty, this thing is done. Yeah, so let's get started without any further delay. What we are gonna be doing here, pretty simple stuff. We will be going to that particular project, and that project is video calling one. Let's simply spin it up, and we have to work on this particular functionality today. Add a backend to save the chats and show the history. So these are the things that we have to just simply work on. And once this particular functionality has been implemented, then let's see what we are going to be working with. Alrighty, and there are some more to do. So these are the 4 to dos that we have, but this is one of the most important ones. Okay, so ls turbo dev, let's simply start it. It will be started. Coming back to this one, how am I going to implement this? So let me open Chrome here, eraser, because of course I need to map the things in my mind. For that thing, this tool is the best one. So what I'm gonna be doing, let me delete all these things from here, and I think can be discussed here. So ultimately, what is our goal? The goal is, let's talk about the chat history, then I'm gonna be talking about the meeting history. So chat history, I have to save the chat history. That simply means whenever somebody joins, okay, so suppose somebody joins the meeting, at that time previous chat should be fetched from the database. So chat fetching should happen at that time, and then new chats can be added, just like this. So ultimately I'm gonna be getting the chats from the database. So this is all about how I'm gonna be getting it. That's okay. So this is something that I have to keep in mind. Apart from this particular thing, whenever I'm sending the chat, so when it comes to chat and whenever I'm sending the message and all, at that time I have to save it to the DB. So the chat needs to be saved to the database, and for saving it to the database I'm using Mongo client over here. That simply means I don't have any schema. I can directly save the things, and I even need to create a table for this. So when it comes to this one, so I need a table. The table will be a table for what? Table for chat. Not table, actually, kind of a document. Document or what? Collection. So I need to create a collection that contains all the documents. So this one also needs to be created. And once this is done, so I'm gonna be saving it here. Whenever the new user joins, the user will be able to get the things, and this should work. Alright, let's focus on this particular thing first of all. Creating the collection, and inside the collection there are gonna be many documents. So I have to create a collection called chat. Okay, it's fine. Coming back to my code, inside packages, DB collections I have, and right now how many collections I have? I have users collection, so db dot collection users, ultimately this got created, and then I have meetings. So the meetings collection, I have one more collection that I need, that is chat.ts, and I'm gonna be just simply copying and pasting the stuff. I'm mainly working with the chat. So get db, what did I get from here? It simply returns me the database. Okay, that's great. Data means stands for what? DB client, it returns me, right? So client connect, and then it actually returns me the database. Great. So this is the DB, and this client I got from this client has the URL if I'm not wrong. So URI, where is this URI coming from? This URI is coming from process.env, and this is the URI that I come on, quite big one, but ultimately this is the database URL. And just a minute, I'm looking for something here. There is no database name mentioned over. There is mentioned. This is the database name is Google Meet DB. That's fine. The database name is mentioned here. As the database name is mentioned here, coming back to this one, it just simply connects to that database. And client.db. So I get this DB object when I call client.db already. And once I have the database object, I can call other methods on top of this one. So here I'm just simply saying that db.collection, just simply as simple as that. I connected to the database. Now I got the DB client. Once I got the DB client, I'm gonna be creating the collection inside that. So this is how the collection is created. Right now the collection name needs to be chats. As simple as that. This one should be chats.ts. So chats collection is going to be created. Great. And if I go to MongoDB client right now, MongoDB client, so not MongoDB CR, MongoDB Atlas. Get started. I should be able to see the result here, right? Shouldn't I? Let's see how many collections I have right now. The ID was this one. Fine. It's easy. It's not like it is something difficult and I need to worry about. It's just some business logic. We can easily write that. And there's high probability like this saving stuff will be done today, and then we'll move to the next to do. Let's go to the cluster. Browse collections. So when I'm browsing the collection, so I should have a Google Meet DB database first of all. This is the one. Inside that I have session. I have these three things. That simply means collection will only be created when I'm saving some objects inside there, like some documents inside that. Okay, fine. Good thing is that meeting collection I have. Not this meeting collection. This should be chats collection. Similarly, I have users collection and I have meetings collection. So I have these three things over here. And at the end, what is happening? They're being exported from here. So I'm exporting the client. I'm exporting the data database, get DB, users collection, and I'm export everything from collection slash chats. So I'm exporting the chats collection as well. So chats collection is also being exported. And I think by default everything from index.ts is getting exported. Great. So this thing is done. Once just a minute, give me a moment. So once this thing is done, now I need to save the things inside this particular connection. So I just need to get the collection somehow, and ultimately as I'm using Mongo client over here, Mongo client, so MongoDB npm. So no, Mongo client, I think this is the one. So npm install Mongo client, and once it is here, repository homepage. Nope, I think this is not the what is the download 71. This is not the one. So probably this is the one. Yeah, so this is the one I'm looking for. And in order to use this, what am I supposed to be doing? Ultimately I can get an example from here. Await client connect, then I will get the DB. So client DB name, I have to pass the DB name over here. I don't need to because I have passed it by default. And collection is gonna be db.collection. I already got the collection. Once I got the collection, then using the collection, how? Okay, so collection.insert many. This is how I can just simply insert the data and all, and that's it. This will be done. As I'm already getting, oh come on. So as I'm already exporting it from, just a minute, give me a moment. Okay, then let's continue. I was just simply saying something to my family members and all. Okay, so here we are, and right now I'm gonna be going to the web, and the thing is that whenever I send the chat, at that time I have to send a request to the backend to save the chat as well. Simple. uh, but that is the database, and from Next.js I can directly talk to the database if that is a server action, right? That's right. Server actions can directly talk to the database, and that's what I'm gonna be doing here. There are two options. First of all, that I'm gonna be creating a database for that, the proper routes, and that will also work. But I don't even need to do that. Why? Because using server actions, I can directly talk to the database. That simply means, what can I do here? Inside meeting, come on. Inside meeting ID. This is the main page.tsx, and inside this I have video section panels. So I have to go to the of course components here, panels, inside panels, chat panels, inside chat panel, input. This is where I'm sending the message, yeah. So input, and this is where I have to take care of the things. So how about creating actions.ts over here? This is the chat input. From here I'm simply, not this one, chat input container. From here I'm just simply sending the message and all, right? So somehow whenever I click on handle send, so let me create action.ts, and this will be user server, how to create actions, server actions. So I need to have an example here. Usually it is quite simple. I think export const user, I don't know how to get it, honestly I forgotten, server action in Next.js, server actions and multi mutations. Okay, this is what I want. Server actions, to create server actions, export default page. I'm gonna be using this, well, this use server of course, but this is not what I want. So use server, this is what I want. So export async function create, and this way it should be created, and then I'm gonna be returning something from here. And what is the name of this? The name is actually create, so the name can be anything. So save chats, can I name it like this? So page use server, this is okay, no need to worry about this one. You update user.bind, I'm binding then a user with the user ID. Okay, no problem with this. Update user, this is the server action. Interesting. And when I have that update user here, so I'm gonna be getting it here as well, and calling it would be enough. Alrighty, coming back to this one. So what I'm gonna be doing, export const, and that's gonna be our export function. In our case, save chats, save chat, and it will be somewhat like this. It will be getting the chat as well. So chat payload it will be getting, and the type is gonna be nothing but chat payload only. So this particular thing is done, and once this is done, then it needs to be saved in the database. So I need to make it async as well. The question is, how am I gonna be saving it in the database? For that thing, once I got the chat payload, so after that a try catch block is a must if I'm not wrong. And as this is Next.js, so I need to connect it to the database. That's already connected. Oh, database connection is already ready. That's right. In that case, client connect, am I connecting it inside this system? And if I go to the lib and auth client.ts, not even this one. So where am I using this? I'm using it nowhere. I have this auth over here. I'm passing it. This is just for the type purpose. Coming back to packages, db, and client.ts returns with the client, db.ts gives me the client. And when it comes to the db, so whenever I call get db, at that time it automatically connects. So somehow I need to call this. So whenever I call this, I'm gonna be getting the database. It automatically connects and returns this. Alrighty, so a simple question to the AI maybe, do I need to call this or not? Here we are. I'm using Mongo client and with the Next.js of course. And now the problem is that I have created a separate function that just simply connects to the client and returns me the DB. Now in server actions, should I call get DB over there or I shouldn't? I'm using turbo repo over here and I have already put a get DB function inside packages, and from there it's being exported, and inside get DB function only client.connect is being called over there. So that simply means whenever I'm getting the DB or ultimately using that, so somehow connection is already being made. The simple thing is that do I still need to call get DB inside server action, or I can just directly use the collection and that will in turn connect to the data. I mean trigger the get connect method that connects to the database. Let's see, by the way, I mean whatever came to my mind, I just simply told you. A short answer, yes, you should call getDB inside your server actions, but the important part is how your getDB is implemented. The core confusion you are thinking, if Mongo client connects automatically when I use the collection, so do I still need to getDB? Reality, Mongo driver does not magically connect it just because you access collection. You must ensure a connection exists before using the DB. That's exactly what your getDB function is for. So best practice is gonna be that calling this, and once I have this, so db.collection and you always call it, and as for this collection, always call this, and once I have this users, after that users.insert one, I'm gonna be just simply inserting the data. So okay, let's do that. I need to call it. So coming back to this auth client, not auth client action, I definitely need to call what get DB. I need to import this. This is gonna be called over here. This get DB will mainly return me the database. Concept DB is gonna be this, but I don't really need this. I just need to call it in that thing. So once this get DB is here, so it just simply connects to the database. Once it is connected, after that I'm gonna be getting my collection. So const chats is gonna be equals to chats collection from repodb. This is how it's gonna be going on, and this itself is a sync, so I'll have to await it as well. Just like this. So ultimately I got my chats collection. Once I got my chats collection, after that by the way, when it comes to this chats collection, I think I don't need to call it. I already have get chats collection, ultimately chats collection function that calls get DB in at the end. So that simply means if I'm using chats collection function to get the collection, so in that way get DB will automatically be called. That simply means I don't need to specifically call get DB inside the server action. Just calling chat collection function will call the get DB function in turn. Let's see. Hopefully this is what it's gonna be. Yes, your understanding is correct. So connect plus return a DB, get DB, and there is a get chats collection. So it just simply connects to that. Then in your server, I have to simply call this as simple as that. Yeah, that's as expected. Alrighty. So I don't need to call this. Why? Because this well, I need DB here. So for getting the DB. Not this one here. I am doing something wrong here. I need to go to the page. Let's close everything. It's messy. I need to go to where? I need to go to inside this action.ts, and inside this action.ts I don't need to call DB because this is automatically getting called. So I can just simply get rid of it. I got my collection. Once I got the collection, then chats dot insert one or many. I'm gonna be inserting one only. So insert one. And inside this chat payload needs to be passed. So this will be done, and once it is done, once it's actually been saved, return success is gonna be true, message chat got saved successfully, or saved chats to DB successfully, just like this. And if there is any error, in that case, I'm gonna be returning success, that's gonna be false, and message failed to save chat to DB. That's it. It should be chat only because I'm gonna be saving only one chat. So this is how it's gonna be going on, pretty simple. And once I have done this, just a minute, give me a moment. Alrighty, welcome back. Let's continue. So this particular thing is done, and once this is done, so inside a chat input container actually, whenever I'm sending the message, this is the payload that I have, and I'm just simply setting the chat as well. At that time, even when the message has been sent, at the end what should happen? I'm gonna be using a save a chat from the action, and I'm gonna be giving it the payload. So chat payload is going to be given, and I'm gonna be awaiting it. That's it. Save a chat to DB. Let's name it like this. This would even be better. In that case, I can get rid of this. I can go to the action, save chat to DB database, and once this is done, so I'm gonna be importing it directly over here. Done. So I'm gonna be just simply calling the server action, save chat to DB. It will get the chat payload. Once it gets that, it's gonna be just simply saving it to the database, and the job will be done. Okay, it's been saved. What is the next thing? The next thing is that checking whether it actually works or not. So for checking that, I need to go to localhost 3000, and hopefully it is up and running. Yeah, it is running well. Coming back to this one, quite big one. Alrighty, let's click on sign in. I should already be signed in here. Okay, so gonna be creating a new meeting here. I am in the meeting right now. As for the camera, which camera is being used, reset the permission. Reload the page, and I'm gonna be spinning up, turning on Iron webcam as well, just for the demo purpose. Reload the page one more time. I reset the permission, turn on the camera. Already this is working. So the camera is on. This green color, ignore this. The simple thing is that Iron is on right now. And apart from this particular thing, if I go to the chat option, this is where I have to check out the things, right? So whenever I'm sending the message, so suppose hi, how are you? Gonna be checking. Well, that's crazy. Gonna be checking exactly what's gonna be happening here. Let's simply click on send. The message is sent. I haven't got any log here yet. And then what does that mean? Let's check out the database. Refresh this. Few things need to be removed from here completely. Let's keep it here. As for the database, refresh this. What is happening? Reload the page. WebSocket connection established successfully. Connect host. How about if I send the message? Message got sent, but not getting any message over here. That simply means it's not getting triggered. So whatever I wanted to happen is not happening. So inside this, no account. I have chats here. Chat is getting saved, and I have got chat twice. Interesting. If I'm getting the chat, am I facing the network issue right now? Hopefully I'm not. The thing is that things are getting done the right way. The only thing that is missing inside this, I'm getting the response. So const response is gonna be equals to this. If response dot success, in that case I have to say clg response dot message. In both the case I have to just simply show the message. So clg response dot message, just like this, and then it should be working. So let's try this thing out again one more time. So this time what is happening, chats are actually getting saved in the database. There is a problem. What is the problem? From the database I'm gonna be getting all the chats, then I will have to filter them using the meeting ID. That's good, it has the meeting ID as well, so that's gonna be beneficial. Interesting, great job. Okay, let's see. Send the message one more time. Send the message. As the message got sent, save chats to the DB successfully. That simply means it is working. Apart from this particular thing, let me save some images as well. These files uploaded to S3 successfully. Let's simply save them. And the chat, it actually got saved. I'm even logging the value from chat file. Why do I need to log it? Chat file.tsx. Chat file.tsx. Inside messages, chat file.tsx. The logging stuff, let me remove it from here. And overall things are working fine. Alrighty, it is being done the right way. If I check out the database right now, I need to refresh this. So the last one will have many things. So I think this is the last one. It has the chat message files, and inside files it has nothing. The first one doesn't have anything. The last one have 5 elements, and those elements have their file name, file URL, and all these things. So ultimately, yeah, it does have this stuff. Okay, what is the next thing that I can do? As I have these values, and these have blob URLs, and that's understandable, right? Because using the blob URL, I will make it downloadable, and using this file name, I will make it render. I mean, it will render. So pretty simple stuff. For now, I'm gonna be doing what? Chats I have. Okay, let's not drop it right now. This thing is done. Once this thing is done, after that, whenever I'm rendering the message, that simply means this message section and chat message.tsx, I have received messages and all, and I have this main chat panel, and inside this chat panel, what am I doing? I'm getting the chats. Where am I getting the chats from? Chats, whenever the chat changes. So ultimately I'm maintaining a state, and this state is contains all the chats that I get. What I have to do, I have to get all the previous chats that only belongs to this meeting. Got it? What I have to do, I have to get all the chats that only belongs to this meeting. In that case, getting all the chats of the meeting doesn't really make sense. So I will have to make another, I need to have another use effect over here that will make a call to the database. So sort of it will be using the actions over here. So this thing is done, and it runs only in when the page reloads for the first time. And I'm gonna be using the action over here. That action will be responsible for fetching the chats, then I'm gonna be saving it in the state. This is what I have to do. Okay, create an action, will fetch the chats, but action will get action should be using meeting ID. Using the meeting ID only you have to fetch all the chats, right? So action will get the meeting ID using fetch the chats, save it and all. Let's create the action first of all. So inside message, I'm gonna be having one more action. Action.ts use server export const or export async function get chats. This time I'm gonna be getting many chats. Here I'm gonna be getting the meeting ID, and the meeting ID is gonna be nothing but a string. Once I have this, I'm gonna be using a try catch block. For getting the chats, I'm gonna be using the same collection. So const chats collection, right? Chats collection. I need to of course await this, so it is awaited. Once awaited, I'm gonna be getting chats collection from here. Once I have this chats collection here, so I'll say chats dot const response, whatever the response is, I don't know what I'll get, but let's see. Chats dot find. I'm gonna be finding, and how do I want to find? I want to find based on the meeting ID, so that's it. The meeting I already have over here. Based on the meeting ID, I will be finding. Once I get that, I'm gonna be logging the response, and let's see what all I get here. Hopefully should be working fine. This is the server action. So let's see. By the way, once this is done, I'm gonna be back here, and using the same meeting ID should be getting that. So let me go to the console and reload the page. It will have the same meeting ID, right? So let me go to the chat. It needs to be called anyway. So get chat is here, and this is going to be called inside this one, and get chats just like this. And again, it cannot be called directly. It needs the meeting ID. Do I have the meeting ID over here? Not really. So const meeting ID is gonna be equals to use meeting state dot meeting ID. Well, not really. So meeting doesn't have meeting ID in the state. Let me check the store here. So inside the store, meeting.ts, what all I have? Current, other, newly joined, left, open this, but I don't have the meeting ID here. Such a bad thing. Current participant has the meeting ID, so I can get the meeting ID from the current participant, and okay, that's fine. So close this. Current participant dot meeting ID, that's fine. So I got the meeting ID. Once I got it, I have to just simply pass it here. Once it is passed, done, and then it's gonna be called, and hopefully facing the network issue. Can't really do anything, it just keeps happening. So I think I need to call, I need to await it here. Don't know, but probably. Let's see whether it works or not directly. So reload the page, and let's go to the chat. It is not getting called right now. If I go to, okay, I'm getting the result here. Got it. That is the server action. So I'm gonna be getting the response in the terminal, and coming back to this is the response that I got. So response dot what? Such a big one. The question is, what am I supposed to be getting from it? That's okay, I got the response, but what am I supposed to be getting from this one? I'm using find Google Meet DB chats collection. Find raw options and all, that's okay, fine. Few things, I'm getting the response, but probably when it comes to this one, so once I got the response chats dot find, how to find using Mongo client, how to find using Mongo client, db collection find, and what does it return actually? It's not about finding because I can easily find that. Find method query behavior, so find, the query returns the following documents. So query this collection dot find returns the documents. I'm not getting the documents over here, that simply means I need to await it. Alrighty, so in that case, as far as awaiting is concerned, so action is already here, no new action is already here, chat panel is here, and this needs to awaited. So in that case, const fetch chats is gonna be equal to async, forget about async, a function and async function. Just like this, and I'm gonna be calling it here. Hopefully it's gonna be working fine. Once I have this, then get chats. Okay, get chats. What is the problem here? The problem is the meeting ID, so I'm gonna be passing the meeting ID as well. Let's see what's gonna happen now. Once this much is done and the page reloads, this is the result I got. So still getting the same response. So response dot what I need to call method, which one, I mean which key. It's been to response dot it doesn't give me the response directly. So check. Oh, I'm not awaiting this. Is this the problem? Let's see. Control Z. Let me reload the page one more time. This is the one. Coming back to this one, if I go to the top, gonna be taking the help of AI here. Like, why am I not getting the proper response? What does this return anyway? What does this return? This does not return actual data, it returns a cursor, not the documents. In that case, rest is a MongoDB cursor. Okay, think of it like a pointer to the rest, not the result themselves. Okay, so once I got that, so how to actually get the data, get all documents as an array. Oh my god, literally that was the problem. I've been getting the cursors all the time, and that's been bothersome. So I have to convert it to the array format, and then I'm gonna be getting the data like this. Okay, fine. That simply means I can be back to this one, and I don't even need to use it like this. I can just simply call getter chats. We'll be getting chats using the meeting ID, and let's see. Reload the page. So many things. Let's simply start it again. the page will automatically be reloaded and I should be getting the response. Here we are. Send the request, and once the request got sent, so I'm still getting what? I'm still getting the cursor because I haven't converted it to array format. So here it needs to be converted to array format, just like this, and at least now it should be working fine. How can I be sure about this? Like I'm getting the result, I'll have to restart this, and finally getting the empty array, getting something but that is in fact an empty array. Okay, what are the keys? Like meeting ID here, the meeting ID is this, right? So I'm gonna be copying this meeting ID from here, cancel it, and once the meeting ID is actually copied, that's actually the same one. So what if I pass the same meeting ID here, this one, then what will happen? Let's see. I'm passing the meeting ID, so I should be getting all the IDs. Yeah, all the documents I'm getting. So if I'm getting all the documents right now in this way, so when I just use the meeting like this, so meeting ID came from where? Meeting ID came from here. So the meeting ID actually came from current participant meeting ID. So the current participant meeting ID. What was the meeting ID of the current part? What is the meeting ID of the current participant? Redux current participant, that is the same. If the meeting ID is actually the same, why is it unable to find? Simply said, what am I getting? CLG meeting ID, that's gonna be equals to meeting ID. What kind of meeting ID am I getting here that I'm not getting the result? Let's write and see what happens. Meeting ID is actually undefined. The question is, why is this undefined? This is where it is undefined, that's fine. How about here? When this huge effector runs for the first time, CLG ID is gonna be equals to meeting ID. How about here? So reload the page. ID is actually equals to undefined. ID is equals to undefined. This is actually coming from here, chat panel. So meeting ID, use meeting, state.current participant, CLG. Participant is gonna be equals to current okay, this thing is done. Get rid of this. I mean, let's see. Participant is gonna be equals to the current participant. I wanna check the value of the current participant. Reload the page. Empty. There is no current participant right now, and that is sort of fine as well. The current participant will be available but not directly, right? Now it is available. So ultimately what I can say here, that few steps back, meeting ID, that's fine. I'm gonna be getting the meeting IDs and all. It is going to be dependent on the meeting ID. So whenever the meeting ID changes, at that time it's gonna be running. And this time, this is the right time to check it now. That's it. So initially it is empty, now I'm getting that. So the request goes to the backend 2 times, and that is fine, because first of all there was no meeting ID, and suddenly the meeting ID came, so it sent the request again, and that's perfectly fine. And then in the second request I'm getting the result. Alright, let me go here again. Once I got the response, that is in the, so I'm gonna be returning from here success is gonna be true, and message fetched, chats fetched successfully, chats is gonna be equals to chats. Let me make it result. Chats is actually gonna be equals to the result, just like this. So this thing is done. Apart from this particular thing, whenever there's any error, so the return success, that's gonna be equals to false, message, that's gonna be failed to fetch chats, and that's it, nothing else. So these are the things that are gonna be going. There is a problem, get chats cannot be named the info type get chats cannot be named without a reference document. This is likely not portable. A type annotation is necessary. Got it. What is the problem? JSON.stringify and chats and JSON.parse chats. Now it will not be giving me any error. It was just simply saying that it was not parsable and all. So I stringified that, and once I have the result, so result needs to be here, done. And if there's an error, chats are gonna be null, so no need to worry about this one. Once I've done this much, then I'm gonna be returning it from here. Once it is returned, I will get the result over here. So const response is gonna be from here. Once I get the response, clg if response dot success, then I have to do something else. What is the problem? Success does not exist on type promise, or there is a promise. I have to await it, and if I'm awaiting it, that's gonna be problematic. So let me do one thing. I'm gonna be using dot then catch statement here. So dot then I'm gonna be getting the response. Once I got the response, so I have to do something, and dot catch if there are any errors. In that case, clg error, and that's gonna be equals to error. Happy? Sort of. That should be E. So that's done. And as for this response, what will I be doing here? For this response, I will say I've got the response, clg response if response dot success. In that case, I have to do something else if response dot failure. Simple. If response dot success is true, then this will run. Otherwise, this will run. Great. If that is success, then set chats. I'm getting the chat. In that case, I have to just simply set the chats, right? So for setting the chat, I need to get the chats. As simple as that. Setting the chat, does it make any sense? Yeah, chats should be saved. I mean, set to the chats or that section. Yeah, let's set that. So const set chat is gonna be equals to use chat state dot set chat and I'm gonna be setting chats here, and that's gonna be equivalent to response dot chats. That's simple. In else case, clg chats set to state successfully. This is just a message, and if that is a failure, so, or I can say clg response dot message both the times. If even if there is a failure or there is success, that doesn't really matter. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Alrighty, so overall whatever we have to do we have already done, and it's show time. So this is the meeting. If I click on chats, if I reload the page, what I'm getting these previous chats, but the new ones I'm not really getting. Reload the page, even these are gonna be okay. First issue, cannot read the properties of undefined reading length. Set chats, what does it need? Response.chats, it is an array. Set chats, you chat. It only, oh, this is not set chat, this is only set chat, and that needs a chat only. Okay, that simply means this set chats does not exist. Sorry, right, there is this set chat only. So I'm gonna be creating one more set chats here. This is gonna be used for setting one chat, and similarly I will have many chats as well. So set chats, it will be getting chats. The type is gonna be chat payload array. Once I have this, so not like this, set state, state, and once I have the state, I'm gonna be returning chats from here, and I'm gonna be returning an array, or probably chats. So chats are actually gonna be equivalent to chats. What else could be better than this? So this way I'm just simply gonna be setting it. Okay, once this is set, I even need to have the type here. So set chats chat. So this is gonna be equals to chat payload array, gonna be returning void from here. This thing is done as well, and once I have done this, so this time I'm gonna be using set chats, and it will be equivalent to set chats. I should not be getting the error. Let's see. Reload the page. Not getting the chats here. Okay, chats. I'm gonna be logging the value of set chats. Well, chats. So set chats is mainly responsible for setting that. So once that is set, then whenever I call this, also response.chats, first of all let me even check this thing. CLG chats are gonna be equals to response.chats, just like this. Let's see whether I have this value, I mean what I'm getting here before even setting. So for that thing, let me reload the page. I'm getting an array of 8 objects. That's fine, I mean that's what I want. So as I'm getting this, I'm just simply setting the chats. So use the chat, and the problem is that whenever I'm rendering the message, So this one does depend on the chats. So whenever the chats changes, at that time this is gonna be scrolled and it's gonna be sort of like this. CLG all chats is gonna be equals to chats. Let's see whether I get this or not. Reload one more time, and I have got all chats, so I do have the chats. When I actually have the chats, why aren't they getting rendered? So it's not like I don't have chats, I have the chats, but they are not getting rendered for some reason. So even here I have everything. I have the chats. So what is the issue? Issue is something that I'm not getting. So as for this chat, we already have it. So ultimately everything is being set the right way. The only thing that is missing, I have chats, all chats I do have them. As I have them, so whenever I'm looping through it, chats.map, so chat message, there should be a received message. Is the sender, how will I be checking the value of the sender using the chat? So chat has the payload chat sender.id. so yeah, let's see how many times it is getting re-rendered chat, and to check, well, it is actually getting re-rendered many times. Wow, that's insane. So as it is getting re-rendered many times, then I'm gonna be checking the value of the is sender. So CLG is a sender, is a sender. Sometimes it is going to be sender and sometimes it is not. By the way, it is false all the time. Is a sender is false. That simply means current user is not. Why is sender is false? It should be true. That is insane. So the sender ID that I have here, that's, yeah, sender ID is different because I have reloaded the page. That's fine. So if it is false, that's understandable. So if it is false, then it should be received a message, and as this is gonna be the received message, so I'm gonna be checking the value of this. CLG is a sender, and that's gonna be is a sender. I think is sender is false. Great. As the value, by the way, let me remove these logs from here. I have already checked them. Merely the issue is probably in this particular component. So is a sender is actually false. That simply means it will never run. Received chat sender. See, received chat sender. Let's see whether I have that or not. And received chat sender is actually undefined. It doesn't know which user is actually sent. That's right, and that is why it is giving me the error, because that user does not exist anymore. Amazing. So instead of using the ID here, I could have, and because of this thing it is returning from here, and what I have to do, received chat sender, and then I'm getting the profile URL of the sender and all these things. So instead of getting the received chat sender like this, how about sending it with the chat? It just simply gets the there is a problem. If you were the one who sent the message, then you left the meeting, then other users are gonna be coming. At that time you will be undefined, because of course you are not the part of the meeting anymore. That becomes the problematic thing. So this way, if your chat contains your information, when it comes to received chat sender, so I'm trying to get it from the other participant. I can do one thing. Once you join the meeting, You will always be the part of the meeting until unless the meeting actually ends. Got it? If the meeting ends, then okay, there's nothing to worry about. But if you just leave the meeting, you will still be part of the meeting. It's just that is left will be true. That simply means or the another thing can be whenever you are sending the message, you are gonna be sending your information as well. Well, in this way, payload is gonna be too big. As for right now, I'm gonna be just simply uncommenting this. Profile URL will not be visible there. That's right. So this is the problem, and the solution is it's pretty common. That the user does not really exist, and because of that thing you are facing this issue. And if I just restart a new meeting, I will not be getting this issue because this particular user will exist over there. So leave the meeting right now, create a new meeting, send some messages, suppose hi, bye, tata. I sent these messages, they even got saved in the DB. Another user will try to join the meeting, so keep it on the left, right. Another user will try to join the same meeting, but first of all I'll have to sign in, of course. So unstoppable@gmail.com. What is the name of this user? From Vipin Singh Patel to everyone. PASSWRD1234, sign in. And then I have to join this meeting. The good thing is that right now it will be giving me the previous chat as well. So when the new user joins the meeting, of course I have to allow, and I'm getting the message to allow here. So let me click on this participant section, click on allow all. It is allowed. If I go to the chat, I'm getting the previous chats. So these previous chats are actually being fetched from the database. So this is where it is working, and I knew that. The only problem is that if this user leaves, so in the meeting this user becomes undefined, so we will have to just structure that a little bit better, and overall things are fine. If I send the message, new message, hi, so it's gonna be sent, what's up, so it's also gonna be sent. These three messages were fetched from the database, and these new messages are being sent from here, so it is working well. There's only one issue, and you must have the idea that if this user leaves the meeting, Unstoppable the coder left the meeting, then the messages are gone from here, and it should not really happen. That simply means if you once join the meeting, then there's gonna be is joined property. If is joined is true, I mean from the meeting you will still be there in the meeting, just is joined will be converted to false, just like this. Yeah, so this could be a solution. What I want here, that whenever a user leaves the meeting, what am I doing right now? I'm just simply removing the user from other participants, right? And I should not do this, but if I do this, there are going to be many changes that I will have to make. Many changes in the sense, let me show exactly what that is. So right now what is happening inside the store, meeting store, of course, I have the current participant, I have the other participants, and whenever somebody leaves the meeting, so what happens actually, that participant is removed. So when other participants leave the meeting, it is removed, and I don't have to do that. Rather, whenever the participant leaves, by the way, what is the type of the participant over here? Participant contains these many things, and whenever there is a participant, so there's gonna be one more property here, is username and all, that's fine, is host, and is joined, and that's gonna be boolean. Now why I want this? So that whenever the user leaves, so is joined is gonna be false, and when the is joined is false, that simply means the user left the meeting, and the user will not be visible to the to others, but the user will still be the part of the array of the meeting participants, so that whenever I want to know about the previous user, I can just simply know from here. This is how it's gonna be happening. From here I have to continue. Let me take a break. How long has it been? I have to get something done. I'll be back in 5 minutes or something. Yeah, 5 minutes, and then I'll continue from here. I like let me do one thing. Let me just simply set a timer of 3 to 4 minutes. I think 5 minutes. Oh, so even before that I'll be back. So a timer of 5 minutes is on right now. I'm gonna be back within 5 minutes, and then I'll continue from here on. Until then, take care. I'm just gonna be taking a small break, and after that I'll be back and continue. And we will get it done anyway. Bye bye. Hello everybody, here we are, and let's continue from here on. I hope I'm audible right now, and let me even check whether I'm audible or not. So hello. Continue from here on. I hope I'm audible. Yeah, I am audible. So let's continue from here on. So I was just simply saying that is a joined property is gonna be I'm adding over here, and once this particular is joined property is added, so or probably is left. Is joined with the there are gonna be two things. Is joined meeting, that's gonna be a boolean. So whether it has joined a meeting, and is left meeting, that's actually gonna be a boolean. By the way, I don't need that first. By the way, this is a joined meeting. Do I need to have it here? So whenever the user joins the meeting, is joined meeting true, and is left is the sense whenever the user leaves the meeting, it's gonna be like that. And so let's have only one is joined meeting. So this will be just doing the job. Is joined meeting in the sense the user has joined the meeting. If it is true, if it is false, that simply means the user hasn't joined the meeting now, like it has left the meeting, or it was not even in the meeting anymore. So with this one property, it will be fine. So once this much is done, what will I be doing? Whenever the user leaves the meeting, great. So let me go here. So there are many things: set current, set host, set other participants, reset other participants, and remove left participant. Remove left participant. This is the one. And I can do one thing here. You know what is that? Instead of having it here like this, as my overall logic is already written, so I can create one more field for the removed participant. So it's like gonna be like this, that I have current, I have other participants, I'll have left participants over here, participant, and just like this. So I will have left participant as well. So what will be the benefit of it? Whenever I'm removing the participant, so remove a left participant. So whenever a participant leaves, set left participant. I even have the value of the left participant over here. What is the use of this? This left participant is definitely being used somewhere, that is why I hide it. Left participants, this is where I'm gonna be having many ones. And what will I do? Inside meetings, I have this left participant. So when I'm actually removing the left participant, at that time the participant is just simply removed from there, that's fine. And apart from this particular thing, what I have to do, whenever I'm removing it, I have to set it to the left participants as well. By the way, I'm gonna be having one more left participants here. All the participants will left the meeting, just like this. This will be just an array, and once this is an array, so whenever I remove left participant, I'm removing the participant at that time. Cut it from here. I will definitely return it from here, that's fine, no problem with that as such. So it is getting returned. The another thing is that before even returning, so state a dot, what do I have to do? I have to create one more method here, action set. I already have this set left participant. It just simply sets the left participant. I need to have one more, that is gonna be set left participants. Not ready. This one is enough. Set left participant. It is just simply setting it there. So whenever the participant leaves, this particular set left participant is called, right? So I remove it, and then I call this. Let me check. Whenever the participant leaves, where participant leaves, that simply means the leave button model that I have created. In that case, that should be the in the video component, panels, video, end meeting model. So from here the participant leaves, so I just redirected the user, reset participants. Let me click on this and see what it does. Use meeting, reset other participants. What does this do? Yeah, so handle end meeting. Whenever I'm ending the meeting, so I'm redirected to the dashboard page, and reset use meeting. What does this do? Reset other participants becomes equals to null. Other participants becomes equals to null. That's fine. And when a user actually leaves the meeting, then an event is triggered, and that is the close event or something where socket connection gets closed. So at that time I must be calling it's a signaling, that is the handle normal server process. And what I'm looking for, handle inform others about left participant. When I'm just going through this one, so I got the information of the left participant, and I'm calling these two over here. From other participants to array. Okay, from other participants array. So remove left participant, it's gonna be removed from the participant array, and set left participant. This is where I'm setting it. So whenever a participant leaves, this gets set. So when I'm setting this here, coming back to this one, so this is where I have to change a few things a little bit. What are they? It's pretty simple. Remove participant is gonna be here. Set left participant. I'm gonna be setting two things here inside one. So cut this. Just do call this here. This thing is gonna be called. So left participant is going to be set because I already have the information, and I'm gonna be having one more thing, set left participants. It will be an array. Any problem with this? I cannot call two sets here, or I can. So I'm setting the left participant first of all, and then I'm setting the array left participants, and this will be the part of this. So left. So I even have to get the previous ones, so it's not gonna be just straightforward. Rather, I have to get the previous states. So left participants is gonna be equals to state dot left participants. So I got all the previous participants and the new participant that I have to add. So left participant, fine or not? This should ideally be fine. Okay, that's fine. So set left participants. What is happening? I'm getting the participant over here. This is being set here because it is being used inside what? It is being it is set over here so that I can remove the participant. I can show that this particular participant left. This is definitely being used at some place. I'm not going to be worried about this. The main thing is this, that we are adding, and I'm just maintaining an array of all the left participants. That simply means array is going to be maintained. Now what will happen? As the array has been maintained, so whenever I'm rendering the message, so coming back to the main file where I was facing the issue was inside this message containers, forget about the containers, video, panels, chat, message, and inside this chat panel. So this is where the problem was. All chats I was getting, and the problem was that when it comes to these chats, inside the chats, it was trying, what the hell? Yeah, that's right. Let me go to chat message, and inside chat message it tries to get a what, not even this sent message, received messages. Inside the received message it tries to get the received chat sender, but the problem was that what if the user already left, and because of that thing it was just simply returning from here. So what I mean, received chat sender was equals to other participants dot find, and from the other participants I was trying to find the received chat sender, but what if the participant actually left the meeting already, so that will not be the part of other participants, hence I will not be getting any value over here. So what will I have to do now? What do I have to do? It's pretty simple. I have to make the array, get the array of all the participants. So const all participants, they are gonna be equals to an array. I will have all other participants over here, and I will have the left participants as well. As simple as that. So all other participants is gonna be here, left participants, all the participants who left the meeting, they are actually going to be here. So in this way, left participant, I have other participants, I have left participant. This is the combination for both, I mean combination of both of them. And this way, even if a participant leaves the meeting, that will still be part of the all participants over here. Hence I will be getting this received chat sender, and once I have got the receiver sender, I mean sender of the received chat, I'm not gonna be getting the error over here. Let's see. If it works, great. Reload the page. Congratulations, the new error. Chat read property of null reading undefined. There's no one in the meeting, of course, right now. Let me restart the backend, whatever it is. It's restarted, and this time I should not be getting the error. Reload the page, of course. Start, yaar. How long will you take? Compiled. Compiling, not compiled. Finally, thank you. So I'm gonna be going here. Oi, what is the problem? Uncaught, can't read the properties of null reading ID. Received chat message. Received message.tsx, line number 20. All participants. And it is just simply saying that, bro, I'm not able to find this. That is understandable. But who asked you? The problem is here. I have left participants. This is actually coming from this one, so state.left participant from the meeting. Okay. And when it comes to this left participant, it doesn't know the type of it. Oh well, it does know the type. So left participants, I have the left participant as well, but a left participants is the array contains all of them, and whenever I set the left participant, it gets the participants on all, and this is how it just gets done. Let me see if I'm maintaining the state of the left participant over here. Reload the page. Oh, am I missing something? Why am I not getting set current participant type? It's hectic, but okay. What am I gonna be doing here now? Wanna check all the participants here. All participants. Okay, here we are. I should be getting it here. That is equals to null. The null is inside that. Ah, that is the problem. In that case, what can I do? I have to just remove this null from here somehow. Great. So why is this null? Because left participant is the problematic here. So I'm destructuring the value of the left participant probably. This is the reason. Let me log them. Left is gonna be equals to left participants CLG. Others are gonna be equals to other participants. Try this thing out. Left is actually equals to null. Others is this empty array. So this left is the problem. Left is the problem. Left is the problem. Use meeting. So left participant is equals to this. So ultimately when I'm setting the value, this is where it is getting problematic. So when I'm setting the value, it is being set as null. As for this left participant will be an array of the participant. So why is their value? Why is the null value there? And the null value is being saved because of this set left participant. So state dot left participants, I'm gonna be getting the previous ones. I'm gonna be adding the left participant that I got over here. Is this getting triggered? Participant left. Let's see whether this is actually getting triggered or not. Well, participant left. Amazing job, and that is why there is null. Kamal hai bhai. What will I be doing? If not left participant, return from here. Finally it is working well. So I'm gonna be collapsing this. Now that null value will not be there. So this is not problematic now anymore. Close this. All participants, let's see what this contains. Empty, that's what I wanted. Remove this as well, and this is gonna be working great. Now what will happen if I go to this? Of course I'm not getting any. Let's try to do one thing. I'm gonna be asking a user to join the meeting. The user joins the meeting. Well, not really. I have to restart. Yeah, here we are. And let me allow. Both of them are in the meeting. I can even turn on the camera. It works great. Coming back to this, the chat section. Hi, bye. Sending the message. What's up, dude? Okay, the messages are sent. Now if a new participant comes and that new participant joins the meeting, so let me go to Firefox, or probably Brave was already here. Why am I even opening Firefox here? Brave is already here. So localhost 3000, sign in. Who is the user here? Raj is the user here. Great. I'm going to ask Raj to join the meeting. So copy this. Raj is going to join the meeting, and Raj should be getting the messages of the previous chats. Let's see. Raj has joined the meeting. Turn on the camera, Raj. Can't. But I'll have to allow first of all. So from where do I need to allow? From here. Yeah, allow Raj as well. Raj has joined the meeting right now. So let me go here. I'm able to see this because the camera is on. Unstoppable the coder. I can raise my hand from here. The hand is raised, so I should be able to see the result here as well. So yeah, this is the raised hand we have here. Okay, not really worried about this much. Coming back to this chat section, already here, and what I want that this Raj, if I go to the chat, it should be able to see the chats. It is able to see the previous chats as well, and that's what I wanted. And apart from this particular thing, Raj can send the message hi to everybody, as Raj has sent the message. So over here I'm able to see the message. Raj can actually send the message to one participant as well, probably Unstoppable the coder. Hi Unstoppable. Raj sent the message from Raj to Unstoppable the coder. Let me select Vipendra Singh Patel. Hi Vipendra. Raj is sending the messages personally, and once this is done, so coming back to this one, Unstoppable got hi Unstoppable, and Vipendra got hi Vipendra, so this is also working well. One thing that is problematic here, that whenever I'm sending the message, this doesn't take the full width by default, so full height ultimately. This is what I have to fix. Probably could be anything. So let me work on this one. So what I want that, and apart from this, there are two things. First of all, let's go to the input. Firstly, chat message, chat panel. I'm gonna be going to this chat input, and when it comes to this chat input, I have chat input container. I have this send to. By default, it is everyone, and even I'm setting it to everyone. So send to set to everyone. So default value is send to, and the value is gonna be send to as well, just like this, so that it changes. So how will it change? I selected Raj here, I sent the message raised to Raj, and it became everyone again. So that's what I wanted. So this thing we have done. Now there's one last thing. It is taking this much extra space for some reason, don't know for what. So let me end the meeting first of all, and then fix this. Leave it. Unstoppable left the meeting. Let me come on here, leave the meeting from here as well. So ultimately Raj will become the host of the meeting. Let me end the meeting from this side as well. Done. Once A is done, once you have left the meeting, all the participants are gone. At that time, chat should be removed at that time. So whenever there is one last participant, at that time I'm gonna be making a request to the database to just simply remove the chats. So let's have a to do. Oh boy, what is the to do? Add backend to save chats. It is already done. We have done that. Show chat history. So for add meeting history, and before even that, delete chats from DB when everybody leaves the meeting. So delete chats from the DB, and then delete files from S3 when everybody leaves the meeting. So even from S3 I have to delete the images and all. So this functionality I have to just implement, because if I don't, then S3 will have so many images, and that's not gonna be a good idea. How I'm gonna be doing it, I don't know, but I need to do it. And then add the meeting history, features and all. Oh my, that's a lot. Cool down. So this thing is done. The next thing is that checking, close this, start a new meeting. 3 people joined the meeting. Not really, there's only one person right now. They were just simply the logs. I mean, toast messages. Coming back to this one, if I inspect it and go to Redux, Inside the action I should be getting all the actions. Okay, here I am getting them. So left participant 1, newly joined participant. Oh yeah, one more thing bhai, there is one left participant. When everybody leaves the meeting, at that time I have to disconnect. So if everyone leaves the meeting, one more to do here. When you leave the meeting, set everything to default. So whenever you are leaving the meeting, everything is going to be set to default. How I'm going to be doing that? That is something needs to be done. That's easy, it's not difficult, but I need to do it. And what is the next thing? The next thing is that when you join the meeting, right now, let me check out this chat section here. Send hi. Oh, it is working right now. So ultimately, when I inspect that, at that time this is problematic. Oh, at that time this is not problematic. So that simply means when a new participant joins the meeting, then it is problematic. Let's see. Chat. Of course, I have to allow. Joined. Raj has joined the meeting right now. Getting the message. Well, this is not really a problem. I mean, I thought it was problematic, but this is not. There was some kind of caching issue or something. But great. I can share the meeting from entire screen from here. So entire screen is being shared, and I should be able to. I'm not able to see it. Why? I can turn the camera on from this side. And I'm able to see the camera. But I started sharing the screen from here, and that screen is not being shared. Simple reason is that this is also I have to fix. So many things. What is the next fix? Make sure that when you turn on the camera, at that time, what? At that time, tracks are added to peer connection. Again, how will I be implementing this? I don't know. What is the another to do? Ask user to enter the meeting title and allow turn on camera and mic before joining the meeting. To-dos. What else do you need? Just keep working on this project only. So for the basic thing, this project is already ready. You have more than enough things that you want actually. But again, if you want to add the functionalities, these are the functionalities. Add them, make it even better. So this is what I'm gonna be focusing on. How long has it been? And again, I'm not gonna be giving all the time in a single day. It's been 1 hour and probably 35 minutes, 25 minutes. Let's work on it more, and then I'll end this. Delete chats from DB when everyone leaves the meeting. Let's work on this one. So I have to delete the chats from the database related to that particular meeting when everyone leaves the meeting. Okay, let's work on this one. But before that, if I go to my database, these are the chats right now, and they are not deleted even if the meeting is ended. So these are the chats. There are many chats, and they'll keep increasing if I'm not deleting them. So let me, by the way, I am gonna be deleting it all. 21 documents, 21 chats were here. Can you imagine? And not only 21 chats, there are a lot of images saved in the S3. So I have to implement that as well, so that images are deleted from the S3 as well. These things are pretty important ones. So delete chats from the DB when everybody leaves the meeting. So whenever you are leaving the meeting, Okay, so what I'll actually do here, apps web and app meeting, you're definitely gonna be leaving, so in that case that's gonna be components video end meeting. This is the end meeting and reset others participants. This is the action that I have. Okay, what do I have to do here? I already know the you are leaving the meeting, right? So from the current participant I will get the meeting ID. That's right. And what am I gonna be doing? Handle remove chats from DB, because chats should be removed from the DB as well. Oh, the question is where will I be creating this, as this is being used here. I'm gonna be creating a quick helper function over here. This is going to be used just for this one, right? So helpers, and inside the helpers I'm gonna be creating chat dot helper dot ts, just like this. Once I have this here, so export const, let's not name it, let's name it only this one, remove chats from DB, and remove chats from DB, it will get the meeting ID for sure. That's gonna be nothing but string, and this is also gonna be going on, and equals to. So this much I've done, and I'm gonna be importing it here. I already have the current participant, so current participant dot meeting ID, I'm gonna be passing it here. This thing is done. So whenever I'm leaving the meeting, at the time I may or may not be removing the chats depending on the condition. So remove chats from DB, let's go here, and over here what I have to do, I have to get the length of other participants. Yeah, if that is equals to 0, then of course the meeting is going to be left. So const other part, can I get it directly inside this? Participants use meeting dot other participants. I got the other participants. Now the question thing is, if other participants dot length, if that is greater than 0, then okay, I don't really need to worry about it. I will return from here. I'll not do anything. But if that is equals to 0, then what? In that case, I already have the meeting ID. I'm gonna be getting the collection. So const chats is gonna be equals to get chats collection await async. Simple. Other participants, if the length is actually greater than 0, then participant already exists, the meeting is not ended yet. But in the remaining case, if that's actually equals to 0, so chat, I'm gonna be getting this collection. Once I got the collection, chats dot delete many. What is the condition? Meeting ID, all of them are gonna be removed. Await. Bro, done. Whew. This was that simple. Let me see whether it's working or not. Start the meeting. Okay, things are gonna be like this. Child process. Now what is this? And what have I done? I've been just working on this one, remove DB. Let me make it a bit smaller, just like this much is enough. And let's see, clear, this much is gonna be great. And turbo diff, getting the error. The question is that what kind of error this is. Client browser, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Aha, this is the server action. Am I crazy? This should be the action. Sorry, I lost my mind actually. I was supposed to be creating the action. I created the helper function. Cut, paste, remove this helper from here. This particular thing is done. Use server and meeting. Get rid of this. Import this. So this is how it's gonna be done. Remove. I'll make it a sync. And I'll await it. It can be done later on as well, not really big problem. First of all, I will be redirecting, and then it's going to be called probably before even that I have to remove, before even redirecting. And once this is done, what is the next thing that I have to do? Nothing else actually. It should be working. Let's try this thing out. 2 users are in the meeting. Let me allow from here. They're in the meeting right now. I can even turn on the camera. The camera is not getting turned on. Okay, the Brave is using that. Even if Brave is using that, not satisfied. Control C, Control V. Oh, let's not worry about this camera stuff. Allow, turn on the camera. Turn on the camera. Well, not getting the result over here for some reason. I'm even sharing the screen but not getting the result here. This is not working. As for the reason behind this, I'll figure it out later on, not really a big problem. The question is, what was I trying to fix here? Yeah, when I'm chatting, at the time chat needs to be removed automatically. Send the chat. It should be received here as well. So ultimately I'm sending the chats. What is happening here? In the database, I will have the chats. So refresh it. I'm going to have I have 2 chats. Now if this user leaves the meeting, chats are still gonna be here. No. Chats, they've been removed. Raj left the meeting. But as per the logic, the chat should not be removed. So remove chats. And over here, what am I doing? Other participants. Okay, the length became 0. Well, that's problematic. Then what will I be doing here? I need to have all the participants here, and I have to check the length. So other participants, const I'm gonna be getting the current participant as well, current participant, just like this. And even if there is current participant, the meeting is still on, right? Sort of. And when there is no current participant, so whenever the current participant leaves the meeting, there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that I have two things here. I have current participants or participant, and I have other participant, and other participant does not contain the current participant. That is actually an array, just like this. And now when there are two users, so the first user is the current participant, the second user belongs to this other participants category. And if the second user actually leaves the room, so this actually becomes equals to 0, and then this runs. What should actually happen? When both the users should leave the meeting, at that time this should usually work. So in that case, I can just simply get all the participants, so I can combine both of them. I'm gonna be getting all of them. This would be better. Yeah, this would actually be a better thing. So whenever that participant leaves the meeting, so what am I doing here? Reset other participants. Resetting the other participants. How about the host? Host can actually leave the meeting, and if host leaves the meeting, then resetting. If you are the leaving the meeting, this is being changed just for you. That is right. So this function will leave run just for you. So if you are resetting the value, that is fine. But at that time, you have to check one more thing. Remove chats from DB. As you have already reset it when leaving the meeting, so other participants are actually gonna be null by default, and that is null, then that's gonna be problematic. Well, that's good. I'm gonna be fixing, getting it done, and then I will call it, otherwise I will not. The problem is pretty simple, that what I have to check, what this thing we have done, right? Yeah, remove it. The problem is this, that there are other participants. That's actually an array, just like this, and there's something called current participant. What I want, that when the last user leaves, at that time I have to delete the chats. The question is, you are saying when the last user leaves, how will you determine this is the last user? Because other participant, this contains everybody except you, and this current participants has your information. So when others are leaving, at that time what are you doing? You are calling this, and this is problematic. Before even calling, you are setting other participants to empty array. That simply means even if you pass the meeting ID from here, remove chats, so inside the remove chats you are trying to get other participants that will be empty for that participant at least. Agreed. as this is empty, this will always run and it will be returned. This will never run and all the chats are gonna be deleted. What I want, I have to check whether you are the last user. For checking that, first of all, I don't have to reset the other participants directly. First of all, remove, send it, once sent it, then I will get other participants. Right now there can be one participant, there can be more than one, and in case if it is already equals to 0, it will not work here. The logic we are trying to implement, that will not work. Why? Because you are doing it locally only. We have to change the state on the other user side. It's not about just on your side, it's about on the other user side as well. So you are leaving the meeting, you are resetting the other participants, so it is being reset for you, and we don't have to do this. So where do I have to do it? Where should I trigger this delete action? Whenever I'm informing others and then setting the values, and then whenever the value of other participant is actually changing, then I have to check whether the other participant is actually equals to null or not, I mean empty array or not, and over there I have to trigger this. This is not needed here, because if you just do that, it will be just for the local participant. So what I have to do, remove this thing. It will never work from here. So the whole this action, that thing that I have, that's okay, let it be here. I will copy and paste the code whenever it is needed. But when should it change? When I'm actually informing others about the left participant. Simple. So lib signaling.ts handle normal process, and this is where I'm informing. So handle inform others about the left participant. Here I'm informing others about the participant who left the meeting. Then what am I doing? Remove left participant, removes from the other participants array. Set left participants, sets the left participant. Now I need to have a use effect that gets fired whenever other participants changes. So where should I have that? I can have it at the root level. Inside the meeting, of course, or maybe inside the chat, because that is related to the chat. So having that inside the chat will not be actually problematic thing. So inside the panels I have chats, inside the chat I have message, and then chat panel. This is where I'm rendering the chats. What I'm gonna be doing here, I have this chat, that's great. One more thing, use effect, that will be triggered whenever other participants changes. Do I have them? I don't. So should I have it here or at the beginning? I mean wherever it is possible. It is not really compulsory to have it here. Yeah, so I can even have it at the base level. So panels, components, page.tsx, this is my main page, base page, and over here I can say, do I have other participants over here? Set current participant, I don't have, but I can easily get that. And what I want, I have many use effects. Similarly I will have one more, but this is the main base page. Should I have the chat related code here? Handle chat and participant button clicks. I mean, why not? I mean, this is not the worst thing ever, right? So use effect, just like this, and what I have to do is should be triggered whenever the value of other participants changes. So I have to get the value of other participants over here. Other participants, and I'm gonna be setting the value over here. Once I have the other participants over here, then I have the other participants. So whenever the participant leaves, this will be triggered on everybody's side, right? And then here I have to check if other participants dot length, if that's triple equals to 0, that simply means all the people have left, only you are the one who's remaining. Got it? So everybody is left. This will get triggered every time whenever the well, I need to have other participants over here so that it gets triggered. Other participants. So whenever a participant leaves, this will get triggered. Suppose everybody left. You are the only one, the current participant who is remaining. There are no other participants. Do you want to remove the chats? Yes. But when? When everybody leaves at that time, or when you leave at that time? And the answer is that when I leave. So I will have to listen for the request. Got it? So whenever I click on the leave meeting, at that time, if other participants dot length is equals to 0, at that time I have to delete it. So when I leave the meeting, and if that's not equals to 0, I don't have to do anything. So don't do anything right here now. I'll see if something can be done here, or this is just the extra part. I will be removing it later. Whenever the last participant leaves the meeting, so need to go to the same place. Yeah, need to go to the same place. Ultimately, components, panels, chat, and not panels actually, video, end meeting. Here I was earlier, right? And whenever I left the meeting, I reset the permission, reset this. Okay. Few things need to be changed here. If I am the last participant, I have to just simply make a request to delete. Okay. How will I know that I am the last participant? At that time, participant will be equals to empty. So I had something here, a method, remove, I think, remove chat from DB, and I was passing meeting ID here, right? Just like this. The question is, where am I getting this meeting ID from? The current participant. So current participant dot meeting ID, I had this, and whenever I'm leaving the meeting, I was calling this. Great. When I called this, so I got the other participants. When I got the other participants, I checked the length. If the length is greater than equals to 0, remove it. If the length is greater than equals to 0, removing it. I mean stopping it right here. Okay. And if that is actually triple equals to 0, in that case this will be false and this will run. It should work here. The only problem was this. This was the problem. Earlier I was using it at the top, and because of that thing it was already resetting that. This time I'm using it here, so it should not be a problematic thing. So first of all this thing is gonna run, and then I'm gonna be resetting the things at the end. So overall this should be working. Okay, and from this page.tsx I can just simply remove it. Only there it's gonna be working. It does make sense now. Alrighty, let's see whether it works or not. So stop everything. Done. And I'm gonna be keeping it here, and I'll ask a participant to join the meeting. Allowed. The participant has actually joined the meeting. I'm gonna be sending few messages from here, hi, bye, whatever, and same from this side as well. Okay, so these messages are sent. Now what will happen? A participant leaves the meeting. So suppose this participant leaves the meeting. At that time what will happen? As this participant leaves the meeting, this one, at that time handle click, not handle click, end meeting, remove chat participants. The length of other participant is gonna be 1, that means greater than 0. That is right, this will be true, so it will be returned. And the next time when the last participant leaves, at that time it will be equals to 0. Alrighty, so let's leave the meeting. By the way, before even leaving, let me check the documents here. I should have 2 of them, 3 of them of course. Let me leave the meeting, left the meeting, refresh it. Why is this happening? Whenever I click on leave, probably this other participant, the value of this is already changing. Yeah, that's high probability for this. But before even that, I'm just simply getting it first. So I want to check the value of this now. CLG other participants, and greater than 0 and return from you. Chats deleted successfully. Alright, this is it. Time to figure it out exactly what's causing this behavior. And before even that, no, I mean this should be fine. Alrighty, let me ask the user join the meeting again, reload the page. I'm gonna be asking the user to join the meeting. Allow. They are in the meeting right now. Let's simply start sending the messages. 2 messages are gonna be here, 1 from this side as well. So 3 messages are gonna be here. Great. That simply means over here I'm gonna be having the message. Refresh it. And it will, okay, I have the messages here. Now if this user, which user? This is the normal user who joined the meeting. If this user leaves the meeting, then what will happen? If this user leaves the meeting, everything is happening inside the server action. That's right, so I should be getting the result here. Let's click on this, leave the meeting. Meeting is left. Other participants empty, chat deleted successfully. The other participant is actually equals to empty one. Okay. And why is this happening? Because I'm resetting the participants over here. So if I don't reset the participants, then let's see, even this thing. Then allow from here. Send some messages really quickly. Anyway, alrighty, this thing is done. Messages are sent. They are of course gonna be visible here as well. And now I'm gonna be asking the user leave the meeting. User left the meeting. It's still empty. Other participants empty. Okay. When is this getting empty? Act. Copy. Paste. Enter. So of course I'll have to allow from here. Allow. There is other participant that I have. If the user actually leaves the meeting, so it will become empty. That's okay, it should become empty, but there is one thing. What should be this? It should be happening synchronously, right? So whenever I click on leave, somehow it is being empty even before it should be. So it should be empty, but first of all let me get this job done, right? So whenever I click on handle meeting, remove chat from DB, redirect it to the dashboard page, it is automatically redirected, and that is what the problem. ओए कुछ करो. Remove chats from DB. This is the use server. Use meeting get state. Other participants. This is equals to empty. That's right. What if I don't redirect? Let's do it. I'm not even gonna be doing this. Just this much. Now you are gone. Copy, paste, enter. Of course I'll have to allow. Acha bhai. Allow the user. Done, they are in the meeting. And here reload this. Gonna be sending some messages here. Done. Refresh it one more time. Messages are saved. If the user leaves the meeting, nothing will happen, and that simply means still empty. Literally on the server action side you can't access the state or what. I clicked on this 3 times. I'm getting it empty, and the user is still here. The other participant is still here. Why am I getting it empty here? The chats haven't been removed this time. I have to allow. Well, not really getting the option to allow. Crazy job. That's the same participant with the different name. That is why I'm not getting the request here as well. Even this leaving will not happen. That simply means it is never ever getting removed from here. No, it will be removed. The simple thing is that this I'm not able to access this inside the server action. That is the problem. So inside the server action, I cannot access the value of other participants. So what is the problem? I can send it from my own side. If I cannot access it here, if that is the actually problematic thing, so let me do one thing. I'm gonna be sending the meeting ID. I'm gonna be sending other participants as well. Other participants, and it will work this time. I think inside the server action, so I just can't get it. So participant empty array, and once this is done, then that's it. Nothing. That's what I needed to change, and at least here I will be inside the component. I will be able to get it. So const other participants is gonna be use meeting state dot other participants done, and I need to pass other participants as well. So this is also going to be passed. That is it. Let's try this thing out now. I reset other. Okay, that's fine. That's not being used anymore. I don't have any here right now. Coming back to this one. Let me allow. They are in the meeting. Let me send the messages. How many participants? 2, 1. Okay, fine. Okay, done. I've sent the message. Then the next, I should be. Well, that's bad. Am I getting the message here? I am at least getting. 2 participants are there. It doesn't really matter. I have 2 participants over here. If this participant actually leaves the meeting, well, I have to allow leaving the meeting as well. And even if I clicked on this, will the chats be removed? Chats are not getting removed. Great. Let me enable these 2 as well, and let's check this thing now. So let me click on leave a few times. The user has left the meeting. As the user has left the meeting, let me check the state. Action. Other participants was empty by default. Let me restart everything. One more time I'm gonna be trying it. Otherwise this thing is gonna be done tomorrow. Pretty simple stuff. I'm getting the value of other participants over here. Once I got the value, I'm passing it here, then I'm resetting that, right? So passing, once it is actually passed, I'm logging the value of the other participants, and this is how it's just simply going on. Let's try this thing out. Create a new meeting. This is done. Save it. Join the meeting, of course. Allow. They are in the meeting right now. And in the state, I have other participants right now. 1 other participants. And from here, I can just simply send the messages as well. Alrighty, the messages are sent, and I even have the chat. The question is, actions at chat. Instance 2, instance 3, MongoDB. Okay, never mind. Let me make it like this. So ultimately, I do have the chats. What am I gonna be doing now? I will just simply check the state, like the documents here. It's done. And if I just simply ask this user to leave the meeting is left. I'm getting other participants over here. That simply means the chat should not be deleted. Wow, it hasn't. The user left the meeting, but the chats haven't been deleted because there is still one user in the meeting right now, right? Coming back to this one, if this user leaves the meeting, then the chat should be deleted. So let me leave the meeting. The meeting is left. Check the state. We did it. I know it took a lot of time, literally a lot. It's okay, never mind. So yeah, this is done. And ultimately what is happening? The main problem was that inside this I was unable to get the value of the other participant. So inside the server action, you cannot get the value from the state directly. That's the problematic. I thought I would get in as per that I wrote the logic, but that did not work. As simple as that. So let me ask ChatGPT directly regarding this. Can't we get the zoo stand states inside the server action? Oh yeah, server actions are mainly for the client components or the normal functions. Server belongs to the server side, backend side. How can it be possible? Short answer, no, you cannot access do stand state inside a server action, and that's what I was trying to do, and I was getting an empty array. And then I was thinking, why this is happening? What is happening? Okay, we learned something new that, by the way, it was quite obvious. I was just being dumb over there. That is a server action. That is server. How can you get the state from the zoo stand to the server? I was trying to do this, so never mind. And then what I did here, I even passed whenever I left the meeting. So I'm passing the other participants with this. So in this way, I will not have to call it inside of the server action. That is it. This is the only thing, nothing else. Alrighty, everybody, let's call it here. We have implemented this functionality. So when it comes to the to do, so delete chats from the DB when everybody leaves. This is done. Delete files from S3 when everybody leaves. So we already have the logic written. Now we have to delete the images from the S3. So this is the section that we are gonna be focusing on tomorrow, and it will be great. We have many to dos. I don't know what kind of application this would be by the time it just simply all the things get implemented, but it's gonna be something great. We even save the chats in the database. Nothing could be better than this. We did so many things today. Proud of doing that, and now I'm gonna be catching up tomorrow. And meanwhile, now I'm gonna be learning the things about DevOps. I have to learn about the volumes, and once that learning is done, then I'll be going live again. We'll be discussing about the volume stuff and all. So yeah, see you. Gonna be great. Until then, take care and keep coding.